Ready now. Number one, the first thing we have to learn in the training of a fisherman is that you need to understand the sea. You need to understand the sea. That is where you find fish. You don't find fish in the air. You don't find fish just on the ground. You don't find fish on a tree. If you want to be a fisherman, the first thing you have to understand is the sea. That is where you find fish. Are we learning now? Every fisherman knows that until you are trained to understand the dynamics of navigating the sea, you will never be able to catch fish. I do not know any professional fisherman who does not understand the dynamics of the sea. And the sea is a very complicated place, because there is a skill to walking or living in the sea. Walking, W-A-O-R-K-I-N-G, walking in the sea. There is a skill. If you do not know it, you can die at sea. How many of you know that many people have died at the sea? Because there are times that the sea can be calm, almost noiseless. But there are times that the sea can be boisterous. Many fishermen, like many believers, do not know that the sea is where you find fish. But if you do not understand the sea and how to navigate your way, that mission can become a mission impossible that kills you right at sea. And unfortunately, many believers in the name of evangelism have died at the very place where they are supposed to save sinners. The sea for a believer represents the entire globe. Anywhere men can be found is likened to anywhere fish can be found. When you talk about the sea in our context as believers, we are talking about the entire globe. Now listen very carefully. We are fishers of men, and this is a training course. There's no fisherman, watch this, that finds himself roaming around, jumping and shouting around the sea. No. The fishermen observe the weather. Are we together? They observe so many things. And even when the sea becomes boisterous, like you'll be learning, the skill that you deploy when the sea is calm is not the same skill you deploy when the sea is boisterous. Are you following me now? Very important. The first lesson in the training of a fisherman that can be brought to the training of a soul winner is you must understand the sea. Please look at me. My goodness. This world you see is the world of men. And like the sea, it is a very complicated space. Are we together? If you want to save sinners and you do not understand the world you have found yourself in, you will get into the middle of things that you may never come out of. Every soul winner must be trained to understand the world wherein you will be going to save souls in. There are places across the earth that are harsh and merciless, like the boisterous nature. There are places, I hope you know, that the fish in the sea don't stay at the same place. There are some of them you can find them, in fact, just looking at the sea, you can see them popping up. But there are others who are deep down the sea. Many believers who want to be effective soul winners have never taken time to, they're not even interested in studying the cosmos, the world of men. And so we carry a lot of blind zeal in the name of evangelism, especially as touching our modern day world. There are many fishermen who have gone to sea and never returned back home. Like many people who went and suffered several casualties because they were not trained to understand that being a fisherman, like a soul winner, lesson number one is you must study the sea. The world that we live in is not a world of compassion. The world that we live in is not a world of fairness. The world that we live in is not a world with men alone. There are spirits cohabiting with men. You need to understand the world wherein that's where sinners are. The world that you are living in, that you are going to evangelize and win souls, is under the influence of this spirit called Satan. He has manipulated that sea with a way of thinking, a way of behavior. He's called the God of this world, and that he's blinded the minds of the people. If the believer does not understand the cosmos, your witness will be very ineffective. If you're following me, shout amen. So like the sea for the believer and for the soul winner represents everywhere men can be found. Abuja, Lagos, the city center, your village, everywhere men can be found qualifies to be called the sea.